Hello and welcome to the Contact Marketing Services assessment process. In this brief introduction, you'll see what we do, how we assess, align, and activate a plan for you, and then manage the plan for you or turn it over to you. What we do, we listen and take the time to understand your needs first and foremost. We record the first meeting and send a summary of next steps. We then agree on an assessment process and a timeline that best suits your needs. We then initiate our proprietary online assessment process. Our assessment process. We assess your people, your processes, and your overall preparedness for today and the future. We look at your online, offline, and your competitive position. We look at your message to market and your delivery systems to get that message to the market. We then compile the results, report the findings, and make formal recommendations. Our alignment process. From step one, we align your goals with the findings. We then look at ways to create your voice, message, and position. We identify and train your resources and a combination of ours. We then develop a formal plan that's visible and creates the momentum you need to carry you for weeks, months, and possibly years into the future. Our activation process. We agree on short, medium, and long-term goals. We create the projects and activities to get things done. We monitor the results and key performance indicators. We assess, adjust, and keep the dialogue open. Some assessment basics would be, for example, website and search engine optimization. What is your web strategy and why? What's your competitive position and your competitor's strategy? Are you on Google's first page in the first two positions? If you're not, you're missing out on serious opportunity, and we'll discuss strategies to get you ranked at the top in either the one or the two position. Upcoming trends that affect your business, mobile device and social media. What's your plan? CRM and basics. Do you have a CRM program that's being used like it should be? Is it integrated with your website with key activities reported in real time? Are the lead processes ironclad with processes mapped out at every point? Do you have a vision of exactly where you're going with this? Your vendor analysis. Is the material you're producing and copy leaving a good first impression? Is it properly structured with calls to action and offers to improve your response rate? Have you checked their performance lately? Are they doing what they said they'll do? In the following screen capture videos, you'll see a little bit more about our assessment process, our alignment process, and our activation process. And with that, we'll jump into the first of our screen capture videos. The first part of our assessment process after the interview is to complete an online marketing assessment. It takes about 30 minutes. It looks at your vital business signs, your marketing department, and covers some basics. Has your company found a niche for its products? Is everyone aware of the lifetime value of your clients? Do you track your leads? Do you advertise only when you can test and measure the results, and some basics? It gives us a pretty good idea in terms of whether or not your company has a marketing plan, views marketing as a one-off activity, or is committed to a long-term plan. Marketing takes long-term planning. This is a good first step. After the vital business signs for marketing, we jump down to the vital business signs, the competitive playing field. And we ask you to clearly describe who your competitors are in your business, who you most admire, who you most fear, who keeps you up at night with their latest innovations, and we work this into a general business process that helps us address longer-term marketing trends that will affect you possibly for years to come. So that's just a brief overview of our online assessment, and with that we'll jump into the next section. The next step in our assessment process is to take a look at your feedback, assign a numerical ranking, and understand the gaps that exist between best practices, what you're trying to accomplish, and where you actually are in that spectrum of accomplishing your goals. This is not designed to take the personality out of the approach. Conversely, it just allows us to focus very, very quickly on some areas that are going to affect your long-term success rate when marketing. Do you have a CRM system in place? Do you have search engine optimization as a part of your plan? What is that plan? Social media management, how incorporated is that into your overall strategy? And when you answer the questions and score low, we pretty much focus on those areas first. Some take longer to build out, some are quick wins, and this allows us to balance out a comprehensive plan that best suits your needs. So that's a brief overview of our scoring system. We can drag down here, see a little bit more about the depth of it. And when you get interested in this, we'll of course send you the final results, and you can see for yourself how you scored along with the numerical score. It gives you an A, B, C, D, or an F based on your performance. So with that, we'll jump into the next section. And the next section is our final written report. When you contract with us for a long-term business plan that develops your marketing, that develops your online presence, your offline presence, clearly establishes your brand, your benefits, and strategically places where you are today versus where you can go, this would be a brief overview of an actual client that we are engaged with in an industry that may seem unfamiliar, hence the terms that may not resonate with you, but the process is essentially the same. Once we go through the online process, and if we engage you on a on-site visit, you will see that we bring this down into a formal table of contents. The report is broken down into 4 basic areas: gap summary, your product and department summary, a listing of priorities and some time frames to get things done along with dollar amounts to be invested, and then some formal next steps should you choose to go forward with the assessment findings. The next section would be the gap summary. We take a look at all the elements required to generate new customers, manage existing customers, and upsell your other products and services, followed by an executive overview section, broken out as identified based on what needs attention, more importantly with your input, not just the objective data that we gather from our visit, from listening first and foremost, and then a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, where you rank relative to your competition and relative to opportunity. You need to hurry up and get things done, or you're doing okay and can phase things in, and then down into your specific product groupings, some key marketing objectives, ad themes and fulfillment process requirements, all the way down through a formal recommended set of next steps. So with that, that's a brief overview of our written report, and with that we'll jump into the last and final step, our online project management tool. Okay, welcome to the final step in our assessment process. And after we've done the online survey, we've talked to one another, we've determined what you're trying to accomplish and when, some budgetary requirements, we'll come up with a list of projects, to-do lists, milestones, and priorities that will carry your plan forward for weeks, months, possibly years, and you can choose to engage us either in the formal management of it or as an assistant to help you set the project up and make sure things get done with our limited assistance should you choose. But works like this. This is an actual client marketing work plan. It starts off with an overview section. You have messages, to-dos, milestones, write boards, and files. Reading left to right, this is the overview section, which you would see every day when you wake up, starting with today's activities, files, messages, comments on them, messages assigned to the particular project, oftentimes with files attached, and then comments that may continue to come in based on the message. And more importantly, the to-do lists that are devised and developed based on your product and your service mix and are organized in terms of categories that you would view as the ultimate priority. And in this case, CRM systems is at the top of the list for this particular client, a quick win program which allows us to quickly develop some areas. And then the master list over here, CRM, quick win program, customer service strategies and training, on down the list all the way to some unique company and industry terms, and website design, development, Salesforce, marketing automation tools, and then down here at the bottom, the metrics management aspect, which we're a big believer in. So with that, we can jump over to the files section. Anytime files are uploaded, be it an Excel spreadsheet, a Word document, a PDF, a final proof of an art piece, you would see in this section organized alphabetically and by category, searchable, of course, and then easy to view it based on the uploading of the file feature. We come back over to the overview section, which is where you begin each day, and this allows some open collaboration. It's not a perfect project management tool, but it is pretty good. It's intuitive. Best of all, it listens to you and it flexes based on your needs. So with that, thanks so much for your time. I know your time is valuable. If you have any questions with any of the material you've seen here so far, please feel free to contact us at a time of your convenience. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for your time. Please take just a moment or two and look at the annotations below, some additional videos that we have in this series that you might find interesting, or visit our website for additional information. Thanks so much for your time. We know it's valuable.